Could they have found people to replace them? I think they probably could have found, similar talented players. There's no Rodman out there, but could you find a guy that could shoot like Steve Kerr? Yeah, probably. You could have found somebody, Could you have found a big guy to play center like Luke Longley? Yeah, probably. Yeah, you know what I mean? So would they have physically mentally been able to hold up for another push, another run? I kind of doubt it. My guess is no. I think those Knicks teams and those Indiana teams, it's hard to say, but my guess is they would have probably not been able to do it again. I just think they were fried mentally more than physically. Right. And they were breaking down physically, but they were more fried mentally, because that group, those three guys in particular, Phil, Scottie, and Michael, had been together, for that whole run. And I know Michael took the year and a half off for baseball, but, they had been there for 10 years. And Phil always said this, even during that run, he said, a coach has about 7 years with a team. No matter how good the coach is, no matter how good the team is, before the team starts tuning them out. It's just human nature. You stop listening to somebody after a while. And I tend to think he was probably right on that. Now, having said that, that doesn't absolve, and to my mind, it's Jerry Reinsdorf. It's much more than Jerry Krause, who got all the blame in this series. Jerry Reinsdorf was the owner of that team. Owner dictates what's going to happen on the team. Right. You don't hide behind your GM. Well, my GM says he wants to. No, if you want Michael Jordan back and you know what it's going to take to bring Michael Jordan back, guess what? You call a press conference and you say, Michael Jordan's coming back and Phil Jackson's coming back too next year. Right. You know what I mean? And if my GM doesn't like it, he can leave. Right. So that's what, if you wanted that to happen and you're the owner of the team, then that would have happened. Now, I don't think he wanted that to happen. I think he wanted to move on. He didn't want to pay their salaries anymore. They already had locked their season ticket holders in for 5 more years, which was a condition of coming into the New United Center, was that you had to sign up for 5 years. So I think that's why they broke that team up.
Yeah, because if I remember correctly, they could have gone well over the cap to pay Pippen. They had
no serious cap issue that would have kept them from bringing Pippen back at not even an overwhelming offer, just a decent offer. Right. They would have been fine. They had the wherewithal to do it if they really wanted to do it. Now, if Scottie told them, I'm out of here, under no circumstances will I come back, even if you bring Phil back, even if you fire Jerry Krause, okay, then that's a different discussion and you may have to make a certain move that way. But I think they could have at least tried, to your point.
Right. I can't let you get out of here without asking you the GOAT question. Everybody has to answer that. So where do you stand on that?
Chris, what I've always said is that it's impossible to answer because none of us have seen all of these guys play.
That makes too much sense.
Yeah, I know. It does. It does. I didn't see Bill Russell play. I can only go by what people who did see Bill Russell tell me about him, and people that I respect that really know the game. And if they say Bill Russell was that good, I'm going to go, okay, Bill Russell was that good. Same with Oscar and Wilt and all those guys, right? The best guy I've seen in 30 years is Michael Jordan. And it's not particularly close to me. You can make a case for LeBron. LeBron's great in his way, and Kobe was great in his way. They were, and they're great all-time players. Michael's the best I've ever seen. He's the best combination of physical gifts, mental toughness, will, tenacity, intelligence, all of those things that we all kind of quantify. He had more of it than everybody else I've ever seen play the game. And that's why, to me, he's the best. Now, he's the best I've seen. Bill Russell won 11 in 13 years. I don't give a damn what era it was. I don't care how many teams are in the league. He won 11 in 13 years. If it was that easy, somebody else would have done it too. Only one guy did it, okay? So he must be that good to me. So it's him, it's Kareem, Bill Russell, Michael, and then Wilt with an asterisk because his numbers are just so ridiculous compared to everybody else. Right. He had to be just, unstoppable as a force.
You mentioned Kareem, and it feels like he does not get the respect. I mean, obviously everybody knows he was great, but, he doesn't seem to get the respect that he deserves.
No,
you saw the ESPN poll a few months ago where he lost to Shaq in the college, tournament or whatever. Why do you think that is? Yeah?
Well, because he didn't talk to us. That's why. He didn't talk to the media. That's why. Bottom line, when he was a player, Kareem was very standoffish with the media. He did not have much to say. Again, context matters. Kareem changed his name from Lou Alcindor to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, became a practicing Muslim, and was trying to explain that to a bunch of old white men who constituted the reporting corps back then. Right. And there may be reasons then that he didn't feel all that comfortable talking about himself or what he was doing or why he was doing it. That led him to not have that champion, those 2 or 3 reporters that subsequent superstars all had that would always push them out front, no matter what was going on. There was always somebody standing for Larry Bird, always somebody standing for Magic, always somebody standing for Isaiah, always somebody standing for Michael Jordan. Kareem didn't have anybody in the media that was advocating for him. Nobody. And so that's why his numbers and his winning more than anything else, dude won at every level. He dominated at every level with one shot. That's what I keep asking people. He had one move. That's it. He wasn't Michael Jordan with the ball out front and doing all this stuff and going levitating and all that. He had one shot and he scored 38,000 points with one shot. You tell me, man.
Right. That's right. And nobody's copied it. I don't understand it. So.
Exactly.
DA, man, great stuff. We really appreciate the time. I know you're incredibly busy. And great job on The Last Dance, man. And I'll see you down the road.
Oh, Chris, I appreciate you.
Hopefully we're,
hopefully.
I don't know, a year, 6 months, whatever it is. But
I hope so. I hope we can figure out how to do this right so that we can all get back to work pretty soon and
let
get
me
back to
ask
what
you
we
that
like.
quickly. Where do you feel like we're going to have, a conclusion to this NBA season? Or I know nobody knows, but
I would say since if the owners want to resume the season, and I think they do, and the players want to resume this season, and I think most of them do. I don't know that all of them do, but I think most of them do. And certainly the star players do. Right. Then my guess, Chris, is that they will come up with some kind of resolution for this season. Now, will it be all 30 teams or will they just go straight to the playoffs? I don't know. I don't know the details of it, but my guess is we will have a playoff of some kind, a postseason of some kind, and a champion of some kind by the end of the summer.
All right. I hope you're right, man. We want to conclude this thing right. So great job again, man. And be safe out there with your family.
Thank you, Chris. Same to you and yours, man.
Thanks, dear.
Yes, sir.
For the best access, perspective, and personalities in all of sports, follow us at Fox Sports on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.